I also want to check in on him, make sure he's all right. Make sure he has.
You want to just admit you want to throw him down the stairs.
Staircases. Go in, and all of his like elevated like surfaces are ramp access instead of stairs.
You've probably given him PTSD because the whole city is made of staircases. It's one big staircase climbing to the top. But you can, if you want to go looking, make an investigation check to see if you can find Kern's blacksmith.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just realized this whole city is Mars's worst nightmare.
Oh, it's heights galore.
Yeah, you can. When you get to the edge, you can look out and see the other side of the city, and in between it is just open air.
Mars staying as far away from the edge as possible at all times.
I also will say it's not like Dextros, where Dextros had magical barriers. This just has like a railing, and that's it.
The magical barrier that is a mundane railing.
Yeah.
Oh no, poor Mars.
Yes.
So what was your investigation check to find Kern's blacksmith?
I have 25.
25?
I rolled a 14.
Okay, easily enough, you ask around and people are like, oh, Kern. They're like, yeah, he opened a shop he opened a shop in the slums, not doing too well. He keeps begging people for money. It's not a not a good thing. And you remember, you did take him for all of his money.
We did take everything from him.
So, but easily enough, you're led to the slums, and the slums are at the bottom, near the mines. So there's a lot of it's like a heavy smog from the drilling machines and the manufacturing of ore, and it's got like a low hanging fog, and it doesn't not for Octavian obviously, but it does cause you every now and then to cough and hack up some phlegm. But eventually you hit the very bottom, and at the end of the street you see a small little shop with a ramshackled sign that just says Kern's Blacksmith. And it's this tiny little pathetic little shop all the way in the back.
It's beautiful. I'll enter. Ding ding. Assuming they have a bell.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You see a dwarven looking woman holding a child, just kind of up. She's coughing and she's got soot all over her. She goes, "Yes, how can I help you?"
She's not the same woman from before, is she?
No, she.
Oh, okay.
You recognize her.
This town is populated by 5 people.
Yep, that's right.
No, you recognize her as Kern's wife. You saw her. You saw her briefly when you messed with him on the airship.
Yes. Yes, hello. Yes, I have been informed that this is, in fact, the establishment of one of the world's most renowned blacksmiths of all time.
She kind of looks you up and down. She's like, of course it is. My husband is one of the best blacksmiths. We only left Dextros because of the politics, of course.
Oh, of course. I did go to Dextros looking for him, and I couldn't find him there. And I was informed that you've come here, so...
You see a twinge of pain as you say that, and she's like, yes, we decided to open up a more homely shop in Blackcore.
Yes, of course. Yes, I heard there was some sort of freak accident where he fell downstairs or something.
She goes, but of course, and she gestures. And you see the racks are filled with crude weapons. It looks like Kern is probably doing this by himself, and he probably hasn't been a blacksmith for a number of years. He's just been tending to them. So they look kind of sloppy. She's like, but anything special order can be made, of course. My husband, and she turns and shouts really loud, Kern! And you hear
as soon as he walks back into the, as soon as he rolls into the building, he's gonna roll in, see Hugo, and then Octavian should transform into the It Clown, Pennywise, with a balloon.
Yeah.
But she shouts for Kern, and you hear clattering of metal, and you see the door flung open. You see Kern kind of hobbling. His legs probably have healed, but they didn't heal right. But he kind of walks and he goes, and he makes eye contact with you, Hugo, and you see the color drain from his face.
And then he sees me and realizes who the other person is.
I'm going to telepathically tell Kern, is this a dream? Are you dreaming now? Or is this the waking world? You'll never know, Kern. You'll never know.
You see him, he just kind of like, his eyes go wide. He like opens his mouth to scream, but nothing comes out. He slowly backs into the little workspace he has and slams the door shut. And his wife,
yeah.
you see his wife like
break it open.
As you throw the door open, you see Kern trying to jump up to a window that's just a little too tall for him.
Oh, I'm gonna grab him.
He can't jump with his bum leg.
Yeah, you see one of his legs, it's healed, but it like looks like it healed wrong. The other one's fine, but he's like got like a little of a hobble.
I literally grab him by like the back of the scruff, and I just have him like dangling.
He's like, please, I've done everything you've asked. I started fresh. No more iron solutions. No more, taking money from people. Just a good old blacksmith shop. And you see his wife
Kern,
is kind of like,
Kern, calm down.
He's like, please don't break my legs again.
We're not here to hurt you, Kern. We're here to kill you. No, I'm kidding.
And as this is going on, I slap the back of Octavian's head.
Be careful. I'm with child.
Okay, fine. I slap your back then.
Okay, that's fine.
Your coin purse tumbles out. No.
No.
We are just looking for information.
Yes, Kern. Because, and I'll sauntily make my way over him and put my finger under his chin. Because, Kern, we don't like that people are being mean to you and bullying to you. That's our job.
He goes, of course, information. I know tons of stuff. Just ask anything.
And I'm just like, I walk over and place my hand on Kern's bum leg, and I'm gonna cast Greater Restoration on it.
Okay. You watch.
Doesn't it have a material component?
Oh, it does, doesn't it? Let's see.
Yes, diamond dust.
So I'll say you could go get it now and come back, or you can wait
Could
on
I
it.
just subtract the 100 gold and say I got it?
I'll allow it just because it's nothing. It's just healing his leg.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you see
we'll say I got it before we left.
Okay, but you see he like kind of winces, the leg kind of like pops back into place, and he's like, thank you, I suppose. I mean,
it'll be a lot more satisfying now to push you down the stairs to break it again.
I give Octavian a look.
Yeah,
I'm kidding, Kern. I'm kidding.
As you're saying this, you feel hits on the back, and as you turn around, you see Kern's wife just with a closed fist, just like desperately just hitting you in the back.
Me?
Yeah, she's like, leave my husband alone.
Madam, we've healed your husband's leg. We're not here to harm him.
Then why is he trying to run?
Because he's afraid of us.
Kern's like,
I'm
no.
not lying. He's clearly afraid of us.
He's very afraid. Kern's like,
Madam, we're here to solve your issue. We've been informed that Iron Solutions has been making your job here and your livelihood more difficult, and we intend on solving that problem for you.
She goes, well, then you're a little late. They've already been arrested.
Oh. Who has already been arrested?
Arthur Sin and their whole lot.
By who?
Oh,
The
yes,
local
exactly.
guard. Kern went to them, told them what was going on, provided the proper information. They busted them about a week ago. They've been sitting in the jail ever since.
Is this true, Kern?
Kern's like, yes, I didn't know who to turn to, so I went to the guard, and they were
I had a nightmare about you.
They were very forthright, and they very quickly dispatched Arthur Sin and his men.
That's very hard to believe.
That's extremely hard to believe. And no one's come to try and kill you.
He's like, I don't think so. It's been about a week. They told me it would be anonymous, my tips, so I didn't have to worry about any repercussions.
I mean, Iron Solutions had deep pockets in Dextra.
Yeah.
Because I'm aware I was a member.
And you don't think that they would have deep pockets here as well?
He goes, I thought the same thing, but I was out of options. They were taking me for all I was worth. So I figured
seems up.
I'd rat on them, and if they kill me, they kill me. I've got no coin. And maybe I get lucky, and maybe they haven't infiltrated Black Core as heavily as they did Dextros, and it seems to have worked out.
I'll turn to his wife and go, seems like you had nothing to lose. Take that as you will.
Oh, wow.
She's like, she kind of like just glares at you. She goes, my husband has informed me of how you are the reason I'm no longer living in luxury.